Hello to you, our viewers. Welcome to this edition of the News in English with me, Serishan Hore. Let us begin with the headlines. Rwanda's National Electoral Commission and its partners have committed themselves to helping Rwandans to understand why the country's presidential and parliamentary elections will be held together henceforth. More than 630 settlement leaders in Gicumbi district of Rwanda's northern province have vowed to eradicate stunting in children as the problem continues to cause concern in the district despite it being the country's top milk producer. Now the details. Thank you for taking the time to join us. As we begin this edition of the news, let us inform you that on Friday at Village Rugwiro, President Paul Kagame received Mohammed Al-Shabaini, Managing Director of the Investment Corporation of Dubai and Chair of Karzna International, for a discussion on strengthening partnerships that are contributing to Rwanda's growing luxury, hospitality and eco-tourism sectors. Now, the National Electoral Commission and its partners have committed themselves to helping Rwandans to understand why the country's presidential and parliamentary elections will be held together from now on. The elections are slated for next year, and it is customary for the Commission and its partners to annually produce booklets explaining people's rights and obligations pertaining to elections in general, though this year much emphasis is being put on this new development. This year, the National Electoral Commission has added the Ministry of Education to its list of partners with the aim of promoting civic education on the elections with the objective of reaching as many people as possible. During this fiscal year of 2023-2024, more than 25,000 trainers are to undergo the civic training so that they in turn can train others, all at a cost of slightly more than 352.6 million Rwandan francs. Now, more than 630 settlement leaders in Gicumbi district of the northern province have vowed to eradicate stunting in children as the problem continues to cause concern in the district, which ironically produces the most milk in all of the country. The issue was raised during Gicumbi's coordination committee meeting that, in addition to the settlement leaders, featured 109 cell executive secretaries, 21 sector executive secretaries, and a number of other local authorities. They noted that it is shameful that the district should have stunted children when it produces more than 110,000 liters of milk daily, and vowed that by the end of next year, stunting will no longer be an issue in Gicumbi. The governor of the northern province has called on local leaders to work together to address the problems of the province that have continued to persist, not just in Gicumbi district. During the meeting, all 109 cell executive secretaries were given motorcycles to help them to better fulfill their duties in Gicumbi district. The local leaders were also reminded of the importance of promoting cleanliness in the areas of administration, as well as unity and reconciliation while resisting division and conflict in any form. Now, a number of education officials at the cell level have called for an increase in modern equipment in TVET schools and trainings for teachers in those schools. The TVET Board of Administration has demonstrated that all of these issues are being catered for. We have the details with Prince Manzi.
These were said in a meeting that convened education chiefs and the RwandaTV Board to discuss on how the TVET studies can be aligned with skills needed on the labor market. Some of these education chiefs say that they play a part in raising awareness that contributed to an increase in TVET schools participants, but call for trainings of teachers, especially on the use of technology. There is still a lot need to be done, including trainings, enough technological tools, because these TVET schools require enough equipment. The Director General of the RwandaTV Board, Paul Mukunzi, states that for the goals the country said to be achieved, Rwanda started the search for experienced technical teachers for them to train TVET teachers. We have started an awareness campaign for the youth and parents to change their mindset and join the TVET schools, as skills provided align with what is needed on the market. The teachers we used to have are trained, and here there's need for experts when a new technology is introduced. Some do come from outside the country. The government of Rwanda aims at having 60% of the students completing the ordinary level joining TVET schools. Currently, this aim is on a promising 40%. Prince Manzi, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, Prince. The Ministry of Environment, that is, has announced that it is going to be awarding local residents who allow forests in their areas to strive, saying they will also be used to promote youth projects meant to promote environmental protection. We have the details on that as well. Abraham Ayubu is a first-year secondary school student, yet he and his 5 schoolmates made an energy-saving cooking stove, while Emeraz Yusubizo and her team of 5 schoolmates created an air conditioning unit from discarded cardboards. These are 2 of the most innovative teams out of the 163 that participated in a competition that was organized to promote environmental protection efforts, with the winners getting $250 each.
Our project is made up of clay soil to maintain heat along cooking, is made up of fan charger, is made up of fan from an electronic waste, and in order to build this project we have used the hammer, pencils for drawing, clay soil, we use the iron sheet and the scotch to attach this USB to this cooking stove. I'm going to protect the environment by using this cooking stove and use charcoal from biodegradable waste in order to increase forest conservation.
Our project is called the green sounding as the problem we decide as a team. Before we decided to make this a project, we have found that there is many problems in our society, but we try to solve some of them, like to make this funny, to solve the problem of.
The competition was organized by the New York Academy of Sciences in collaboration with local NGOs here in Rwanda.
I appreciate the innovation. I appreciate the creativity. I appreciate that the students are young, are scientists, and that they are working together in teams, building skills to make sure that they are ready for the future and that they are already creating solutions to challenges that we are facing today. There are many solutions, and I think that it's really important that there are many voices in everything that we are thinking about when we are tackling global issues like climate change. And so I think everyone's voice is very important to be taken into consideration when we are doing these types of challenges. So we support students by giving them a community, a virtual space that connects them with mentors who are professionals, who are scientists themselves, and we give them a space to work together internationally and collaboratively with their peers to solve these problems, work on teamwork, and make sure that they are learning the new skills that they need to be best prepared for the future.
This challenge was just on green school, green home, and green communities, where certain schools from Kitchener district and they have worked on this project of looking how they can bring the solution on the communities of protecting the environment. That's where we come out with this project. We work with the New York Academy of Science and work with the other partners in the schools and the district of Kitchener, so that these children under 18 years, they can bring the solutions on green environment and in their homes. Yeah, actually we are trying to work with the schools, say there is no need to use the wood, there is no need to use the trees, but there is a technology way we can use. You have seen this, the cooking stove, they have showed you. That's used only electricity. There is no need to go to use the tree or to use another thing. Want to develop that one. If they can do that small one, they can even have big one. They can have more cooking stones which can help in different ways. That's actually we used to how can use our technology or electricity less than using the trees and the environment, killing our soil. That's I think that can be very important to them.
The Ministry of Environment has announced that it is going to be awarding local residents who allow forests in their areas to strive saying they will also be used to promote youth projects meant to boost environmental protection. All across the country, Rwanda's forests have been recovering rapidly, and as part of its 7-year program, the government has been pushing to reduce the number of households that use charcoal and firewood from the 80% figure that was recorded back in 2017 to 42% by the end of next year. Rwanda has confirmed its preparedness in hosting the forthcoming interparliamentary games in December this year. This was noted during discussions with members of parliament from the East African Legislative Assembly. Prince Manzi with the details.
This will be the 13th edition of the Interparliamentary Games, where MPs will be competing in various sports disciplines. Honorable Venerando Amaria demonstrates that Rwanda is ready to host these games. What we have been doing is visiting various fields, hotels, health centers, and the inspectors appreciate the preparations. The issues found will be followed up on, all these before the games start. The deputies approved to the Speaker of the Rwanda Parliament, Honorable Donatille Mukabalisa, that they found Rwanda to be ready for hosting these games. Rwandans were urged to participate on field and enjoy these games' excitement as it is free of charge. To Honorable Gilbert Nduwayo, a member of the Burundian Parliament, these games mean a lot and Rwanda sets a great example. When we see what has been done in preparations, all is well, fields are prepared, the remaining are the final touches and the commissions in charge are to follow it up. The games will be great. The Interparliamentary Games are expected in December this year and will vary from football, golf, gymnastics, netball, volleyball, among others. Economically, this is also an opportunity for the service sector. Prince Manzi, RwandaTV News.
Television as programs continue. I hope you have a great weekend ahead of you. Goodbye.